Hi, everyone. How are you today? Okay. Okay, so today I'm going to be pulling up some cards for you. And let me get everything situated here. There I am. I was just looking for myself. Okay. Um, yes, so today I'm going to be pulling some cards. And as you come into, let me make sure I turn this off. As you come into the room, and if you would like a card pull, go ahead and let me know that you want a card. And today's going to be a little special, so I'm going to go through that. So, Kuka, you're first, Tracy, and Claire. Okay. So let me explain a little bit about what's going to be happening today. And okay, I'm losing my mind. Okay. There I am. I'm my notes and everything. So today I was talking to a really dear friend of mine, and of course, in Bridget. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kuka. Okay, so today I was talking to my friend Kuka, who is actually going through the celebration or remembrance of Day of the Dead. So we talked a little bit about that, and she explained what it was. And I didn't really realize the really in-depth honoring of ancestors um, until she really explained a lot to me. So through though focused on remembrance, the Day of the Dead is joyful rather than mournful. It honors the cyclical nature of life, reminding participants of the importance of living fully and celebrating the lives of those who have passed on. And I'll explain a little bit more about that. And she is very gifted too. And she was giving me a message that my ancestors wanted me to connect and bring them together with today and helping you. So through talking to her and me receiving my own messages and her receiving messages for me, this shifted a little bit. I'm still going to be doing the cards, but what we're going to do is call upon your ancestors in a few minutes, and we're going to ask them to give you a card or a message that you really need to hear. So these are messages that are actually going to be coming from your ancestors, things that you actually need to know at this time. So I do have a deck of cards that I'm going to be using, and I'm really excited about this. So what are the rules for this live? It's the same as whenever I pull the cards. Is when you want to have a card pull for you, you let me know your name. And then what I will do is call out your name right before I get ready to give you a card. And just to make sure that you're here, if you leave, I'm not going to pull a card for you, but anyone who has come and then maybe got disconnected or had to leave and came back, I will go through the names of those who maybe wanted a card but didn't have an opportunity to get it at that moment. So let's get started. Let me make sure I have everybody down. So I have Kukas first, Tracy, Claire, Bridget, and sure. Okay, so I'm not really wonderful at pronouncing names, so please forgive me if I hack up your name. Shares. So I have that too for you. So let me let you know a little bit, but before we get started, I'm going to ask you to give me, Lisa Jo, permission to assist you as I connect to you. And after you do that, you can either say it out loud or in your mind. Take a breath in and exhale, centering into your heart space. And I'm going to go ahead and connect with those who are here and will be watching throughout the hour. So I ask you to take a moment now and invite your ancestors that have passed to receive guidance or a message when I pull an oracle card for you. Okay, just need to have all these little tabs up. Okay, great. This is good stuff here. Okay, and I can see myself. Okay, so let me explain a little bit for those who don't actively do this as a tradition in their family. So, Day of the Dead is a Mexican holiday celebrated primarily on November 1st and 2nd, and these 2 days reflect a blending of pre-Hispanic indigenous beliefs and Catholic traditions. And during this vibrant festival, which honors deceased loved ones, celebrating their lives and welcoming their spirits back to the world of the living with offerings of music and joyful gatherings. This is a tradition of honoring life, death, and the spiritual connections between the living and the deceased. So here are some core elements of Day of the Dead, and I thank Kuka for helping me find these as well. So some of the things that you can do, or through this tradition that they do, is your altars. Families create altars adorned with photos, candles, flowers, food, and cherished items belonging to the deceased. And these offerings help guide the spirits back to the living world, allowing families to feel close to them. You want to put photos out. So if you have any photos of your ancestors, you can put that out there. I actually bought this candle last year, and it's for Day of the Dead, and I didn't use it, and I thought I'd pull it out with a suggestion from my friend. And I'm also inviting my ancestors who have crossed over. And you don't have to be Hispanic or you don't have to be Catholic to do this and honor, your loved ones. So I think that's an important acknowledgement as well. So marigolds, brightly colored marigold flowers, are thought to attract spirits. Their vibrant colors and strong fragrance are believed to guide the souls back to the altars, preparing in their honor. So this isn't anything that you need to be scared of or cautious about. It's just basically you're honoring those of your family and your ancestors that paved the way through sacrifices of things that they needed or didn't need, working, for their families, and kind of honoring what they did, what they sacrificed for, so that you could have a better life moving forward. They shared their love with their family as well. And I'm getting goosebumps, and I like this. Okay. So, on these altars, you can also have skulls, and I have a few of them, but they're kind of out of reach. So you could put like a crystal skull down, but a lot of times they will put down decorative sugar skulls, which I found very interesting. And and they are well known as a symbol of the Day of the Dead. Skulls are adorned with colorful designs to symbolize the beauty of life and death, often bearing the names of the loved ones. Traditional food and drink. Favorite foods of the deceased, such as tamales, mole, special breads for the occasion. Candy, juice, soda, liquor can be also placed on the altars. These offerings connect the living to the spirit, symbolizing the continuous continuity of life. I'll get it. Also, you could put salt out there. It's a staple left at the altar to represent purification. You could put water out there for, some of the traditional drinks as well. So the iconic skeleton figure created by the artist of Jose Guadalupe. I know I hear my friend laughing at me. Guadalupe Posada represents a satirical view of death. I'm probably hacking this up, and maybe you can laugh with me. And today, Satrina is a popular symbol of the holiday and reminder that death is a natural part of life, and so is laughing. So I hope that you can laugh at me, because I'm laughing at myself. But I'm going to do better. So the Day of the Dead is celebrated typically on the 1st of November and the 2nd of November. Some of them, people will start on October 31st, and I believe go through November the 6th. But typically on November the 1st, it is the Day of the Innocents, or the Day of the Little Angels. This day is dedicated to honoring deceased children and infants. Families believe that the spirits of these young ones return on this day, and they prepare small altars with toys, sweets, and other items that their loved ones enjoyed during their short lives. And families also decorate altars with sugar skulls, candy, marigolds, using the bright colors and cheerful decorations to celebrate the young spirit's return. Today is November the 2nd. And today is considered the Day of the Dead, or the Day of the Departed. And this day is dedicated to the adults who have passed away. Families prepare larger altars with food, drinks, and personal belongings, and other offerings to welcome the spirits of their ancestors. Many families visit cemeteries, they clean their graves, and sometimes spend the day and night there, sharing food and stories of celebration of their loved ones' lives. And I found that very interesting. So I hope I got all of that right. So let me go ahead and put some more names down here. Hi, Pam. Thank you, my friend, for allowing me to pronounce those right, but I hope I pronounced them correctly. Um, and, okay, so we're going to start with Kuka and then Tracy, Claire, and Bridget. So you guys just let me know that you're here. And I'm actually going to be using Kyle Gray's Oracle deck of angels and ancestors. I thought that was really appropriate for the day to do that as well. So thank you, Tracy, for letting me know. And Diana, I did put you down on the list as well. So Kuka, take a deep breath, dear, and let it out. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. And these messages are from your ancestors, and it could be something that really relates to you, or maybe it's something that you need to think about. So medicine guardian, to be open to healing information. So as I know, my friend Kuka really well, this is just a confirmation of your healing abilities that you have, that you're coming into every day as you divulge into lots of learning. But I believe that as you heal with your words, she's very gifted about words that she uses and is really in tune. And you know that, Kuka. So this is just a reminder that your ancestors are encouraging you to be open about the healing that you are able to do and help others process through there. You can also even do the healing, even though the ancestors have crossed over, right? And you can, you know, make prayers that help heal, even though that they're already past and they're in a good spot. It's always nice to send that extra healing for them as well. So I'm also hearing you can put coins and money out there as well. Kook, I hope you understood the message. Tracy, you're next. Kathleen, I'm going to write your name down. And okay, so Tracy, you're next. Yes, Claire, I did read your message, and yeah, it is a beautiful day to celebrate as well. So she's saying, as the confirmation for her card, Kuka's saying, I set up a healing for a healing altar for her ancestors, and that's my confirmation, and on her grid as well. Okay, so Tracy, you're next, and then Claire, and then Bridget. So I know Claire's here, and Tracy, Bridget, if you could just let me know that you're here as well. So, and I usually call out, two names at a time at the end so that you know that you're up as well. So this is for Tracy. Go ahead and take a breath in and exhale when you're ready. Okay. Wow. Okay. So people, look how thick this deck is. I shuffled, and I picked the exact same card that Kuka had. So it's really amazing. It's really amazing that the same card came up. So this is Medicine Guardian, to be open to healing information. This is Archangel Raphael. So I also would encourage you to say some prayers for your loved ones. Sometimes when our loved ones pass away and they've been sick, it's really nice to acknowledge that they're in a place of healing. And whenever you talk to your ancestors, it doesn't have to just be on November 1st or the 2nd. You can honor them, on your holidays. You can honor them, singly on the anniversary of their birthdays or when they had their passing. So the main thing is to send out love and healing for them, to support the needs that they may have, because sometimes they do hang around for us to make sure that we're okay. So this is a way of also giving back to them. So I hope that that makes sense to you. Claire, you're next. And Bridget, if you're still here, let me know. Patrice, I will add you to the list. Okay. Bridget, and then Shiraz is Shiraz. You're up after Bridget. So Claire, I'm going to go ahead. You're welcome, Tracy. Okay, Prishy. I've got you down too. Okay, Claire, I'm going to pull a card for you. Ah, a different card. So we have the Medicine Mother, honoring your inner knowledge. At times we really know things, but sometimes we might question, the things that we do. But you deeply inside of you, and I know this because we talk and we're friends, but you do have this inner healing, and you are able to use the inner healing that you have to help others. So it's Medicine Mother and honoring your inner knowledge. But sometimes society experiences or family experiences come forward. And if you're not in the right frame of mind, or it's kind of unexpected, sometimes we don't always bounce into our inner knowledge. And so this is just a confirmation for you that you need to remember who you are and how you're honoring yourself, right? And that you do have inner knowledge when you are quiet and you can think clearly. I know that you, talk a lot to your ancestors as well as your loved ones, which are your ancestors, and your spiritual team. So this is just a confirmation to let you know to honor that inner knowing, and to know when you go into your heart space, it's never forgotten. Sometimes we forget in our mind, but then we remember, right? That, hey, I know I can step out of this situation and know that I know what to do. So that's just a confirmation for you as well. Anna, I'm going to write you down. And I hope that makes sense to you, Claire. So Bridget. And this recording is going to be posted. So if you want to re-listen to your message, just take note of the time that I call your name, and then you can fast forward to that time frame, right? So I try to start right at 1 o'clock. I know it's a few minutes late on that, but at least that will give you an idea about where your reading is located. Okay. Yes, Anna, I did put you on the list. So Bridget, I believe you are still here. And then it's SHIRAZ, and then we have Linda and then Pam. So go ahead and let me know that you're here. Bridget, I'm gonna look here and see if you already. Okay. Bridget, I'm going to come back to you. If you could just let me know that you're here, and then I will proceed forward with the card. SHIRAZ, please forgive me for having to spell your name. Yes, you're there. Thank you for letting me know that you're here. And then Linda and Pam, if you could let me know that you're still hanging in there. Okay. This card, Lord, take charge with authority. So that's your card. So sometimes, whether you're a single person or whether you're married, sometimes we take a back seat to other people's and their opinions, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's times when we need to take on the Lord. And in this case, he would be a lord of probably a clan, not the Lord Jesus or anything like that, but this is like a person that is in charge of a clan, or AKA your family. So know that you can take charge in certain circumstances, and you have the authority to do that. And you need to trust yourself when you're taking charge, because it's great to work with a partner, a husband, or a wife, or your better half. But it's also important to know that you come from a long line of ancestors that do have authority, and you can always ask them to help you have confidence in the projection of what you want to put out there. So have faith that you are being supported by your ancestors, and they just kind of want you to know that it's okay to take charge, because sometimes with our ancestors, we weren't always allowed to take charge or authority if we were a woman, or you weren't at a higher level of being poor versus being from a rich clan. So I hope that makes perfect sense to you. Okay, Linda, are you here? And Bridget, are you still here? I see you, Pam. So Linda, let me know if you're still here. I'm going to move to Pam, and then we'll go back to those two names that I had there. Okay, Pam, I'm going to pull a card for you. Yours is Guardian Angel. You are not alone. So your ancestors want you to know that you do have your spiritual team, but you also have your loved ones that are around, that are helping you with things that you need to see or be clear about. And they want you to know you're never, never alone. Even, when your spouse passes away, they're always there with you, because they want to support you in a different way. And I'm really hearing that your husband wants you to know that he loves you and that you're never alone, right? And so it's a beautiful confirmation for you. And I know that you already know that you can feel him around you as well. But today, take a moment and maybe put a candle out for him and your other ancestors. What color? You could put white out, you could put yellow or gold out. It's what maybe even his favorite color, or a color that you feel is appropriate to use for either him or your ancestors. Put a little something out there that you know that he would enjoy as well. Okay, so is Bridget here or Linda? If not, I'm going to move on and I will repeat the number. I'm having spotty kind of my internet is going on and off, so hopefully everybody can still see or hear me because I am frozen. Let me check here to see if I'm still talking, and I am. Okay, that's good, but where I'm at is kind of just freezing. Let me see here. Okay, so Diane L, I'm going to go ahead and go to you. Okay, let me cross off this name. So Diane L, I'm going to go and okay, so I just did thank you, Diana, for letting me know. So SHIR Shiraz. I did a call, I just did a card for you. So just you need to kind of go back a little bit because I did read your card for you as well already. So I'm going to go ahead and move to Diane L and then Kathleen C, T.I.M.E H. So just let me know that you're here, and Diana, I'm going to go ahead and pull your card for you. So you got the Eagle card and see from a higher perspective. So my understanding of this card is that the eagle represents very very high intellectual. The birds, basically the bird's very intelligent, right? I mean, they can see everything. They can see a mouse from hundreds of feet up in the air. And when they have their eye on something, they're very keen on getting this. And what they're suggesting is that there's times when you have to look from the eagle's view or from a higher perspective. Sometimes when we have issues going on with our life or within our family, it's hard to look from a different perspective. So what they're asking you to do is to actually kind of like go out of your body a little bit with your mind and look from a different view. So if you were your friend and your friend had this situation, how would you tell your friend to handle it? So it's kind of just shifting your perspective on looking at your issue or your situation a little differently. When you're up in the sky and you're an eagle and you're flying around, you have this view of a vastness of nature and or cities. And so to be allowed to see these things from not just you're looking at the mouse, right? Like an eagle would be. You're actually flying above everything and scoping out everything that is around. So I hope that really makes sense to you. So that was your message, Diana. Kathleen C. and Tammy H. Beatrice. Are you guys here? Linda or Bridget, are you here? Good. So yes, soar. You're right, Diana. Soar. Perfect. Okay. So Kathleen, if you're here, please let me know. Okay, so I'm going to circle your name and come back to you. T.I.M.E and Beatrice, are you here? Either one of you? Okay, great, Kathleen. Thank you for letting me know you're here. Beatrice, are you here as well? And then it's Parish would be next, and then Anna Marie. Okay, Kathleen and Claire F. You're welcome, Diana. Okay, so Kathleen, we're going to do you now. And then I have Tammy H. and Beatrice. Okay, Kathleen, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a card for you. Okay, the card that I had pull for you is the White Witch and Be the Light. So it's a very beautiful card. You have a maiden here, and she's got like butterflies in her hair, and she has greenery in her hair as well. And she has an owl, which is really a lot of wisdom there. And the White Witch is totally opposite of um, a dark witch or an evil witch or something on that order. So a white witch is someone who cares about nature. In my view, this is what a white witch is, someone who cares about the planet, who cares about humanity and animals, and gives a lot of healing out to these things without asking for being recognized of what they do. It's kind of I'm believing that you do more things in the silence. And that's perfectly okay, right? You have the wisdom and you share your light with others by being around with your presence, about the words that you speak, and they just want you to know that be the light that you already are. And maybe you haven't acknowledged that, maybe you're just wouldn't define yourself as a white witch. Maybe what you do is define yourself as a healer or, a person who is very much into their religion, God and Jesus and Mother Mary, and you do a lot of praying. But you also need to recognize that by doing these things, you are producing light for yourself, for your family, for your ancestors, and be that light and say some prayers for your ancestors today. You know them the best. Again, I would suggest everyone today to go ahead and light a candle if you feel guided. It doesn't have to be a huge candle. It can be a little tea candle light or Volek candle, Volva candle. my my mouth and my tongue's not working together. So I hope that you use your wisdom that you already have and that you're already using, and be that light and shine. Be the light and shine to others. And thank you for doing what you do for your family and even people who don't even know you. Okay. And I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so is Bridget, Linda here at all? If you are, go ahead and, let me know that you're here and I'll pull a card for you. Tammy H. Let's see. I don't see you confirming that you're here. Beatrice, are you here? You're welcome, Kathleen. Okay, so I'm going to move on, but I will come back and call these names out. Again, you need to be present when I call your name. It's very important because I do get a lot of requests and I don't want to hang somebody up if you're not here. That's the only requirement that I do when I do these card pulls monthly is that you're here at least until your card is read. So I'm going to move on. The people that I have that are haven't been read are Bridget, Linda, T.I.M.E H, and Beatrice H. I'm going to move to Prish, and then Anna Marie, and then Claire F. So Anna Marie, if you're still here, let me know. Claire F. If you're still here, let me know, and we'll be pulling a card. So Prish, this is for you. So what a beautiful card. Protection, Guardian, and drop your shields. She reminds me of a warrior, right? With her shield that she has there. She's got beautiful wings upon her back. And she's your protection guardian, right? And your ancestors want you to know that you can drop your shields. It's okay to be you. It's okay to uplift others. It's okay to believe in angels and that you can communicate with your ancestors. Just because they've passed away doesn't mean that they're not with you or around you. And then it's a great day today to pull out your candle, some pictures, maybe give your ancestors something that you know that traditionally they would like. And it doesn't have to be, really big portions. Because a lot of you don't know that this is the Day of the Dead and you weren't expecting um, this information to come to you. So I would employ you to or implore you, I hope you know what I'm saying, to drop your shields, be yourself, and know that you do have that guardian that is with you. And say some prayers for them. And they want you to step more into your role as how you fit in your family and know that you have that ability to help others, that your prayers are very strong and very and loved a lot to receive and to acknowledge your ancestors. So I hope that makes sense to you. Anna Marie, yes, you're there. Thank you. And Claire F., thank you for letting me know that you're here. Let's see. So I will do you two, and then I have Bridget, Linda, T.I.M.E, and Beatrice that still haven't said anything. Let me look at one other area. Okay, great. Just didn't want to see, because this is shared out to 4 different groups or 4 different places. So I do try to see everything. So Anna Marie, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. So before I pull a card for Anna Marie, I wanted to let everyone know that I'm still working. My website is live, so lisajodavis.com. You can go in there. All my blog articles are in there. And I'm in the process of setting up a rewards type of program or loyalty rewards, where you get points for, booking services or attending like this. a live where I do either activations or meditations, or I'm pulling a card. I will be giving out points for workshops, for being active in different parts of, um, either on Instagram or Facebook or even on YouTube. Hi, Chrissy, I'll put you on the list. So this is in the process of being set up, but you can start looking at it, and I will be awarding points, and these points will be redeemable for discounts on services or discounts on the jewelry that I sell. I have tons of bracelets, necklaces, rings, zodiac type of necklaces that have real gemstones in them, as well. So, okay, enough about me. Anna, here's your card. So you too got the guardian angel. And it's just a reminder that you're never alone. You always have your guardian angel. And in one of the blogs, I do have an article on how to connect with your guardian angel. So you might want to read that article and get some suggestions on how they do. But the main thing that your ancestors are trying to let you know is that there's more than just the people that are here on earth that are living, that are able to assist and help you with a variety of things. That you can actually ask your guardian angel to help you. You can ask your ancestors to help you. They still work with us, and they still like being part of our life. And if you're struggling within certain things, why not ask your ancestors? You may have particular ones that you want to speak with, but why not ask them to help you? It's always a bonus if you have a lot of help, right? And if they can make things a little easier for you, that's really great. And don't forget them in your prayers. Put out a candle for them today. And maybe all you have is a birthday candle. That's fine. That that will work. You just light the little birthday candle and let it drip on a little plate, and stick your little birthday candle in there. So it doesn't have to be a huge humongous candle. So just know that they're letting you know that you do have a guardian angel, that you're not imagining it, and that you actually sense your guardian coming around you. And then when you start working a lot with your ancestors, maybe your parents have passed, or, uncles or grandparents, you can always call them in and ask them to help you. And by doing so, you start getting used to their energy, right? And so you may be doing, some kind of task within your home, and you feel this energy coming in. And once you start working with either your guardian angel or even an ancestor, a loved one that's passed, you start recognizing, like, oh, that's my grandmother. And maybe she wore a particular perfume, or a grandfather who would would put on a cologne. So you may even start to smell different scents as you work with them. Sometimes when I'm working with Mother Mary, I will smell the roses, but I really know, uh, I really understand when she's around and she's coming forward for a client, or even Jesus coming forward for a client, or the archangels. I've worked with them enough to know and can sense their different energies. All the energies are not going to be the same. They're going to be a little different for everyone. So, well, thank you, Christy. I appreciate you noticing. And for those who haven't noticed, I did get a haircut. So thank you for saying that. So Claire F., I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Bridget, Linda, T.I.M.E, H, or Beatrice, if you are still here, let me know that you're here so that I can pull a card for you. But right now I'm going to do Claire F, and then it's Christy. You're welcome, Anna. I'm glad that you resonated with the message. Claire with a K. I love that. I love that spelling. Okay, so go ahead and take a breath in and exhale. And for those of you that don't know, we're working with your ancestors today because it's the Day of the Dead or the Day of the Departed. So we're honoring messages that are coming out for you. Oh, thank you, Claire. Okay, broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. So your ancestors are asking you to embrace the energy of peace. It's not a time for war. It's not a time for disagreements. And broken arrows are broken arrows, right? When you shoot an arrow, you want it to be straight and complete so it goes to the target. And they're asking you, and letting you know at this time you need to bring in peace for you. Sometimes conversations in society, particularly here in the US, right now it's a lot about politics and who's good and who's not good. So listen to your own conscience. Don't get tied up in, social media or the news or people who are telling you, this person is bad or that person is bad, this person's good or that person is good. Put the rhetoric away and ask for peace. And if you are here in the US, just follow your guidance of who it is that you want to vote for. I'm not here to tell you you need to, vote for this person or that person. The great thing about being in America is we do have the ability to vote for who we want. We don't have to make excuses to other people. It's a private matter. And I love that, you have individual little pockets that, little stations that you can vote in, and no one really needs to know what your preference is. But what I'm also hearing is you really need to concentrate within your own life as well as bringing more peace. And maybe it's just peace for yourself. Maybe, like I was saying, it's a conversation that is very active in your home or with friends and family. And there are people that will stop being friends and people who don't want to claim their family members because of their views of politics. And I'll just kind of leave it at there. But I think you're going to find a little more peace when you invite that peace within your soul, within your heart. And just know that they are encouraging you to do that. They would like you to also put a candle out for them. You may say a prayer for them to allow more peace into their life as well. Just because they cross over doesn't mean they don't appreciate prayers, and they don't, they appreciate not being forgotten, right? They've lived their lives for us, and just like us, they've made mistakes and they've done great things in their life. But know that there is peace that they want you to have, and I hope that makes sense to you. Christy, you're just so kind, and you're next. So, okay, so Christy is next, and then I have Bridget, Linda, T.I.M.E, and Beatrice. If any of you are still here, this is getting to be over soon. And if you're not here, I'm not gonna pull a card for you, but Christy, I'm gonna pull a card for you as well. Take a breath in and exhale when you're ready. I know what you do. So this card is like really perfect for you. It is called the Seer. And when you see this card, you're gonna kind of get a chuckle out of it. Because I know that you also do oracle cards as well. So see beyond the current situation. So this is what your ancestors are acknowledging about you. I don't know whether you have a crystal ball or not. I know I do, but I'm not one that can see things in the crystal ball. I just have one that was given to me, and it's very beautiful. So, but I do see some oracle cards underneath here, and your ancestors are letting you know and actually acknowledging what you do. Um, I don't know whether you do this for a full-time um, business or whether it's just kind of a part-time thing that you do, but they're telling you to see beyond the current situation. So, sometimes as a reader, we are really able to help other people, right? But sometimes it gets a little more difficult when we have to give our own self advice. And as I was saying earlier, sometimes we just need to step out of our body and look at our situation as a friend. And what would you tell a friend to do? But your ancestors are letting you know that you have a great gift. They're acknowledging this gift, and they're encouraging you to continue with working with other people, bring the light into other people's lives by having that ability to read cards for other people as well. And yeah, I knew that you would get a kick out of that. So yeah, go ahead and put a candle out for them and let them know that you appreciate the message that you received today, and that that maybe you'll pull a card out for them for today. What is the theme for them learning today and being acknowledged? And I think it's beautiful and perfect for you as well. Yeah, it's what she says is she's laughing and says, I'm not real good about taking my own advice, but I do give great advice. That's true. So it is amazing that you did get this card. So is there anybody that I missed that hasn't got a card? Bridget, Linda, Tammy, and Beatrice. Um, if you're here, this is your last chance. Or if I didn't see your name because there was a lot of names that were going up, go ahead and put your name in the comment section so that I see that you need to have a card drawn for you. So I'm just going to do a little bit of talking right now. Um, so what I would like to do at the end here is I would like you to take an opportunity and let your ancestors know that you appreciate their messages that they picked out for you to have. And just give them a big thank you that they came forward. I encourage you to set out a candle and a few little things that they may have liked. Sometimes we don't have pictures of our ancestors or our loved ones that have passed away, but maybe that they liked a little bit of this or a little bit of that. And most women love flowers. So even if you can find a dandelion or something, greenery, anything that would represent a plant, um, anything that you think that your ancestors would love, is what you're being guided to put out. And just, you don't have to go out and buy anything special. Just use whatever is in your house. Maybe your grandmother loved to cook and maybe her specialty was desserts and cooked a lot with cinnamon. So you could put a little cinnamon out there. You can put, a bottle of clean spring water or a glass of water, a bottle of beer, if your ancestors, appreciated liquor. It's just all about remembering what they went through to get you to be here today. Okay. So thank you for letting me know your responses about everything. And Claire with a K says thank you and gratitude. And she does speak to her family and ancestors many times, and she does talk to them and does pray for them. And especially the last 3 days, as it is time to connect with the dead relatives. That's right. So, okay. And she says that she got I love the card I got of peace in the family and in the world, prayers for peace, very appropriate for this time in life. Exactly. I couldn't have said it better. So I hope that you enjoyed today. I believe that next Saturday I'm going to be talking about healing the inner child. So if you want to come back next week, I will be posting a little bit of more information about that event that we're going to be doing next week. I thank you for taking time out for yourself to join me today, and for being here for you, for your ancestors, because you had no idea that I kind of changed it up a little bit because of a conversation I had this morning with a friend. So enjoy the rest of your day. Take a moment and appreciate the hard work and the things that your ancestors went through. Say some prayers for them, put something out on a makeshift altar. Use your imagination, use your heart, that these things would be appreciated. And I believe that we're done here.